Grab your cocktail shaker, kick back, and get ready for the big fat party. Greg and his band of unintelligibles are back, mixing, drinking, reviewing, and discussing Bloody Marys and all that goes with them. My Big Fat Bloody Mary podcast, where you'll never drink alone.
Welcome to episode 29 of my Big Fat Bloody Mary podcast from Wisconsin's sunny West Coast. Why drink alone when you can drink with us? Right? And a quick shout out to the friends of the podcast who connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and we put stuff out and they like it. That's great. But then they also share it and they spread it like a virus. It sweeps the land. And we thank you for sharing in our bioterror.
Is there a shot for that?
There's, yeah, you can inoculate yourself with a good stiff Bloody Mary, but it won't help. It won't help.
No.
Yeah. So who are we? Today we are but two. It's just me and
Rufus.
And what's his name?
My
here?
name is Rufus.
Is it? Is that right? I did not know that. Some of them call you Brad, but
That's true.
Rufus is a lot cooler, though. I get it. Yep. And so you can connect with us like these other yahoos do. On Facebook, we're My Big Fat Bloody Mary Podcast. And Twitter, hit us up at My Big Fat Bloody Mary. And on Instagram, Big Fat Bloody Mary. Snapchat, oddly enough, we are Big Papa. BIGPAPAA.
And you might respond to your Snapchat.
Yeah, I got called out today. Apparently, I've
You're
had
slacking.
some direct messages that I did
Were
not.
you drunk?
I don't know. Was it a day that ended in Y? It's quite possible. So we have an exciting episode. This is one of those that kind of sticks out, I think, as special for a couple of reasons. Last week was also one of those. And Brad, Rufus, I'm sorry that you weren't there for the Between the Bluffs Beer, Wine, and Cheese Festival's Bacon Bloody Mary Brunch. That's a mouthful.
Was there bacon involved in that?
Oh, my God, was there bacon? So when it all got over, well, let me just back up a little bit. So in La Crosse, I think starting 6-8 years ago, they started doing this Between the Bluffs Beer, Wine, and Cheese Festival.
Okay,
And it's grown and grown to where it now sells out within 3 days. And this thing, it's gotten incredible. So we have it down at our local fest grounds, and thousands of people show up for this thing. And they drink beer, they drink wine, they get polluted. But it's in such high demand, and so many people have become interested in it that they added a second day, a brunch, if you will, for the people that are hungover, because they do kind of a lot of people overdo it at this thing.
No, not in Wisconsin.
Yeah, no, I play in a little band, and we've been out playing in a bar after this thing has happened, and wow, yeah. If you want to find a funny video, look up Big Liquor Super Fan. This guy, just as like a walking zombie, fell right onto stage, knocked over a couple of microphones. But that's
That's another story.
A lot of people overindulge. So, but this was a nice addition. So they invited us to come record live. So episode 28, we're live, and we had a blast there. They had live music, Pigtown String Fling Band, who have actually appeared on this show, as you remember.
Yep.
Episode 12. And they came.
You remember the episode?
I do. Yep.
You're fucking nuts.
I'm kind of
You're a nerd.
a little bit of a nerd,
Okay.
podcast nerd, but so they actually got up on the Palladium where we were and did a song for us, for our listeners. So that was nice. You might want to go back and check out episode 28. But enough about last time. Let's talk about this time today. We are going to review a Bloody Mary mix called, very simply, K.
The letter K.
The letter K Bloody Mary mix. And I believe it's named after Kia, the person who makes it. And we're going to find out more because we are going to make a phone call here in a minute and learn a little bit more about this vegan Bloody Mary mix. We're excited to try it. A little bit later, then, in the house here at the Bloody Mary concert series, Corey Call of Arliss Nancy. Now, he was with us one other time as well. Do you remember what episode that was?
No, I don't. I was just going to ask you, smartass.
Yeah. I don't either. I make up those numbers, Brad. If you go back to episode 13, you'll probably find that it has nothing to do with Pigtown Fling. But who the fuck is going to know?
It sounded good at the time.
Well, now they are. Now they are. But Corey was kind enough to do a song. But he has written a few new songs. We're gonna have a house concert, but special for our listeners here in just a little bit. He is gonna perform one, maybe two. We'll see how wasted he is, but he'll do a couple of the new songs just for our listeners. And these aren't. I don't think these are even out or released yet. So
sweet.
You heard it here, yeah. So we're pretty excited. This should be a pretty damn good show. And here's the other thing. Why am I so stoked? What is it, Brad? Like, why am I so jazzed up?
Because you want to place a call to Brooklyn, New York.
That's part of it. And because Corey Call is in the house. But here's the other thing. We got new stickers.
That's true.
Yeah. These things they're beautiful. Yeah.
This is no surprise that you picked this design.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty pleased. It hits home for you.
It does. It hits a few of the things that I love.
But hold on here. Is this chest hair underneath his chin, or what's the deal going on here? Is this supposed to be chest hair, or is this a goatee?
It's a shadow. It's a shadow.
It's a shadow. Okay. I was
it's
wondering
art,
about that.
You imbecile. So the stickers they just say My Big Fat Bloody Mary, and it's an image of that iconic image of Johnny Cash flipping the bird that I think we all know and love. Mm-hmm. But instead of extending an obscene gesture, he's extending a Bloody Mary.
Nice swirly twizzle stick there.
It's a fancy straw.
Very nice.
So these things you can buy these online if you just Google Big Fat Bloody Mary stickers, you'll find them. Believe me, I know how to optimize this shit. You will. They will find you actually. If you're thinking about it while you're on Google, you'll just end up there. But we're selling them for, I don't know what I put on them. $3. We'll get you a half a dozen of them, and I'll pay the shipping. I don't care. I'm made of money, Brad. I could care less. Yeah. So.
Sweet packaging, Big Papa.
Yeah.
Sweet
they're nice.
packaging.
They're vinyl, so you can put them outside, put them on cop cars, put them on your guitar case.
Oh, excellent, yeah.
They're durable. I rounded the corners off so they don't catch on things. It's a nice sticker. I got to.
You must not have been drunk when you made some of those decisions.
No, I was.
It was really.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean not as drunk as I am right now. God,
but
no.
you were well into the bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to call Kia here.
Let's do
and
that.
Here's what I'm trying to decide: should we crack this open first and try it, or should we just make the call and just go with it while we're
Let's crack it open right now.
Do you want it?
Yes.
Because if it's horrible, then
we're going to be lying son of a bitches on the phone call.
Okay, let's do it. So we have this huge bottle, and I don't know what I'm not good with units of measure, but this is a nice sized bottle that we're going to be sharing.
In fact, that's a question we're going to have for Kia
Yeah.
about the packaging of this mix.
There we go.
And if you go on their site, it's kbloodymarymix.com. Pretty cool packaging, a little bit smaller bottle compared to what we're used to. Ooh, that's thick.
It is thick.
Oh, baby. Gotta like that.
I like the look of it. Yeah, there's you can see little bits of some of the ingredients in there.
Wow.
Yeah. It's got a nice look.
And as you said, this is a vegan mix.
Yeah.
So this is something I think that's a little new to us. I don't think we've reviewed a vegan mix before.
I think, episode 17 we did.
Oh, you are so full of shit. Would you just get on the phone now?
I poured this. The first things that struck me, it's a nice thick, not too thick, nice thick, and you can see bits, but I smell horseradish. Do you catch that?
You can taste the horseradish. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's not overpowering.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to take a sip here before we call Kia.
Yep.
Ooh, that's nice.
It is.
That's real nice. Yeah, there's horseradish.
The horseradish pops
but
with
this. There's a citrus. It's got a nice.
Yes, there is.
Nice little zing. Yeah.
Right on the front of your tongue.
You know what else I taste a lot of? vodka. Holy shit, that's really a lot of. Oh wait, I put that in there, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well this is good because it's always awkward when we're doing a review and it sucks, and then we have to talk to the person that made it. But
You feel obligated, right?
you know, it's awkward. Yeah, but here we are with what. Yeah, it's a real nice mix. So this is good. Okay, let's go ahead and call then. As long as it seems okay. One ringy dingy. I don't think she's going to answer. Jeez, maybe I called the wrong number. That's not bad. That's bad. That sounds pretty. Wait a minute. I think we have Kia on the line. Are you there, Kia?
Yes, I am.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, it's Greg from My Big Fat Bloody Mary, and thanks for taking our call, and thanks for sending us the sample here too.
Oh, of course. You're very welcome.
Yeah, and we so just before we called you, we were debating should we taste it before calling, because what if it's awful and we hate it. It could be really awkward if, like, while we're talking to you, we open it up and we all of a sudden we can't speak because it's so bad. So we tried we tried it a little bit before we called you, and holy shit,
And
it's
you
really
called anyway, so
Yeah,
that
we did.
tells me something.
that tells you all you need to know. This stuff is really good. It's really good.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
So, yeah, do you want to give us just like an elevator speech on what you guys are about your mix?
Sure. Yeah. So the mix is organic and vegan. And I did that. Well, first of all, I've been in hospitality for 20 years. And I've been everything from a bartender to a bar manager to a general manager. And I come from a big family of Bloody Mary drinkers. And I would find myself at work redoing the Bloody Mary mix because I just never found it to be good, quite frankly. And one of the places I worked, I created the Bloody Mary mix for them. And I would make huge vats of it before I would leave for the weekend. And I'd come back and it'd all be gone.
Ooh.
And I was thinking that the staff was drinking it. And they were like, no, customers. Like, everybody loves it. And people were asking if they could buy it. So,
Wow.
I figured, well, if people are willing to buy it, maybe I should consider bottling it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I came up with it.
That is how all the good ones are spawned, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Kind of.
Public opinion is everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it also says on your site, or part of your story is that the idea was conceived after I attended a large social gathering. The question is, were you drunk?
Yeah, so like I said, I come from a large family of Bloody Mary drinkers, and the same recipe that I used at work, I made for my family for a gathering, and everybody loved it. And they had also said, like, you should bottle this. And, when your family and friends tell you things, you don't listen because you're like, yeah, you're just being nice. But like I said, once the customers were saying that they would be willing to buy it, it was kind of like a combination of, okay, if they're saying it as my family and friends and, customers at my job are saying it, let's move forward and see how this will go.
Yeah.
You are the first, to my knowledge, you are the first vegan Bloody Mary mix that we have reviewed. I think you're in a category, not many.
All on my
mixes.
own, I love it.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah. And I like how Brad has garnished his with a strip of bacon.
Which is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. The one thing I do tell people all the time is you don't have to be vegetarian or vegan to enjoy it. I mean, you can do whatever you want with it once you get it in your house. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
But it is a niche market because something that a lot of people don't know, and I get this all the time because people are like, well, aren't Bloody Marys vegan anyway? And I say no, because normal Worcestershire has anchovies.
Yep.
So if you don't like anchovies, if you're allergic to fish, if you just don't like the taste, or if you're vegetarian vegan, this is the option for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a son who is vegan, and it changes things up around here. You have to kind of really think things through. So this is nice. I'll turn him on to it. And speaking of sons, tell us about what went down here a couple of weeks ago in Brooklyn. That's where you're out of, right? Brooklyn?
Yeah, yes. So yeah, it was the Bloody Mary Festival. I had never attended before, but I did, hear about it. And I contacted the guy who was in charge, the man who's in charge. And funnily enough, so I'm originally from Philly, from Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
And I live in Brooklyn. And the owner and operator of the Bloody Mary mix is the same thing. He's also from Philly and lives in Brooklyn now. So we connected on that. And also, he tasted Bloody Mary. He liked it. And he invited me to be part of the Bloody Mary Fest. And it was the first festival of any sort that I've done. And it was amazing. I mean, it was like 800 people. People loved, the event. I think it was me and 2 other bottle companies, but most of them were bars and restaurants. And we got a lot of the People's Choice awards. Like, people just really loved that people were coming back to us 3, 4, 5 times, which was amazing. I made a lot of contacts. I got to meet your lovely son and his friend. And it was just a really great opportunity to have a large group of people at one time give me feedback. And really, for me, that was the best part of it, was actually hearing and seeing the reaction from people.
Yeah, in real time.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like a great. I plan to attend next year. I had a conflict. I couldn't do it this year. I was glad my representative.
You were drunk.
Turns out I was drunk that day. Yeah.
Well, it happens. It was a Sunday.
Yeah. After all, it's a day that ends in Y. So Say, on a side note, because I need to address this issue personally, but in Brooklyn or in Philly, do you follow your Bloody Marys with a beer chaser?
No, actually, that is not a very common thing up here, I don't find.
Yeah. Well, in Wisconsin, we always do, and I think we should right now.
All right, ready? Oh, yeah.
Go for it. Enjoy it.
I would
I'm
suggest
having a
you
beer right now also.
give it a try. We're having a new Belgian Fat Tire Amber Ale. That's our chaser of choice, which I think is a nice compliment. Now, your mix, as we're tasting it, as we poured it, couple things we noticed. It's got a nice thickness, not too thick, but you can see little particles of some of the nice ingredients. And then I smelled horseradish that came up at me.
Came through.
Good amount of horseradish, which I love that. And then it has a real citrusy.
Yep.
Is it lime or what is that?
It's actually organic lime and lemon.
Lime and lemon. Okay.
Yeah, and part of my reasoning for that, actually, besides just enhancing the flavor, because one thing that I also tell people and I recommend is using a citrus vodka.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, if you haven't yet, try it. It changes the flavor. It's very good. But also adding the citrus part of my thought process was because it can then work very well as a marinade, and I've had people use it as a marinade.
Oh, sure. Kind of break the meat down just a little bit. Yeah. This would be good. Another spirit that I think would go really well with this, and I wish we had more of the mix to have a couple more of these, but I think it would be really good with gin. Have you? I'm guessing you've probably maybe tried that, or?
So actually, I've tried it with before I actually finalized the recipe. I actually tried it with vodka, rum, gin, tequila, whiskey, sake, and beer.
Something that's also fascinating that Greg and I noticed immediately, and in the mixes that we've reviewed over the months, years. This one, packaging is also everything. And how come you don't package this in a large bottle like many other producers?
Well, I do. I have a 12 ounce and I have a 25 ounce.
Oh, do you? Because the smaller, this is a nice twist on it. It really, really is. Not to have a lot.
Yeah.
I was wondering if
the sample I sent you guys was just the sample size.
Oh, okay.
I do sample sizes in 10 ounces. I can have, obviously I'll be happy to send you a larger size, but for retail, it is available in a 12 ounce or a 25 ounce.
Okay, all right.
How soon could you have the 25 ounce to us? We have a big party tomorrow. It would be nice.
Well, it's a little late to get it shipped overnight now.
Doggone it.
The post office is about to close. It's a Saturday.
All right.
Something else about this mix, you don't need vodka with it. I mean, it would stand well on its own, but I was wondering, does this also work with a tequila?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I bet it would.
Yes.
Oh
yes,
man,
very much so. I actually have a couple of my friends who are tequila drinkers, and they only drink Bloody Marias.
Yeah.
And it does stand alone. As a matter of fact, I also have actually one of my dad's best friends. He buys it, and he is a drinker. He drinks alcohol, but he just drinks it over ice. He just likes it as it is.
So I'm curious, what would this retail for on a store shelf, roughly?
So the 12-ounce bottle is being retailed at stores right now for $9. And the 25-ounce, I believe, is going for $17.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because there's all different markets now with these Bloody Mary mixes.
Yes.
We've talked about how it's become a craft, really. Like with the beers, you had these macro breweries kicking out big amounts of beer, and pricing didn't vary a whole lot. And then there became this whole craft movement, and the beer quality has gotten so much higher. It took a while for Bloody Marys to kind of catch on to that, but we're lucky enough. We've tasted like your mix that I would call definitely a craft mix, and it's a whole different market. There's people that are going to walk right past it, and they're going to buy that gross green bottle that has a couple of Z's on it.
Yes.
They can have that. They can have it.
Listen to her. She's in pain on the phone.
Yeah. Or we got to get you guys on the airlines. Get rid of that Mr. and Mrs. T's.
See, thank you, because that is one of my biggest complaints, and it's really funny because I have so many people who I have talked to who have said that they do not like Bloody Marys, and I said, have you had a good one yet? Because so many people, they will have them on a plane, they will have them at the airport, they will have them in in a hotel lounge or something when they travel. And that's generally what they're getting. They're getting Mr. and Mrs. T's. They're basically getting V8 with some, usually crappy vodka.
Yeah.
And I've had them taste mine. As a matter of fact, someone who was at the Bloody Mary Fest, who was working a booth next door, she wasn't doing Bloody Mary, she was doing food. And my cousin convinced her to taste it. And she came back to the table and she was like, you were right. I was wrong. This is amazing. I have never had a Bloody Mary like this. I will start drinking, I would drink your Bloody Mary.
Yep.
But a lot of people just don't know. I mean, they go into their general supermarket or they go into their deli or wherever they go, and they buy, the $4.99 plastic jug of whatever it is.
Gross.
And they go home and they, throw some, like I said, usually crappy vodka in it, and they think it's a Bloody Mary. I'm like, no, you're getting tomato juice.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and that's how I really got into the Bloody Marys, is that my early experiences with them were bad, and I started trying to make my own, and honestly those were bad too. Yeah. it took me a while to dial it in, but once I sort of felt like I cracked the code, it was kind of a hallelujah moment. And I've been like you, I'm just, I like to refer to myself as a raging alcoholic, but some people call me a connoisseur of Bloody Marys. Either one works. But no, this is a great mix, Kia.
You could be somewhere in the middle. Thank you very much. You could be somewhere in the middle. It's okay. I like to say functioning alcoholic. That's mine.
I get an awful lot
I mean?
done, Yeah.
Kia, I find with this mix, out of the, compared to others, this has some spice to it, but it's not a hot spice, and I find that totally interesting compared to other mixes. I mean, there's heat. There's heat with a lot of other mixes, and that's what people associate when you say the word spice. With yours, it's just flavors that pop.
Yes. Oh. Thank you. You summed it up. And if you read the website, it says that it's not spicy, just spicy. It's not Tabasco-y. It's not that. It's a flavorful heat.
Yeah, it really truly is.
And it lasts, and it stays on your palate in a good way, not in a bad way. You know what I mean? It's not going to burn you, but it's going to open up your taste buds. It's going to open up your palate, and you're going to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah. So, okay, that leads me to my next question. One of the occupational hazards of running a podcast, like aside from the obvious hazard of, losing your family, crashing your car and ending up in jail, one of the hazards is we have so many mixes sent to us, and a lot of them are awful. I'm not going to lie, and we never do. If they're awful, we usually we don't pull punches. But a lot of them have been really good, and I find myself wanting more, and so I go to buy them. So, and I'm probably going to do that with your mix. How could our listeners, if they maybe they don't live in Brooklyn and they're out in Oklahoma or something, can they buy it online, or what's the
Of course.
best? Yeah.
Yes.
Where's the place they can do that?
So you can, the easiest way is the website, kbloodymarymix.com. And you just click on the shop button. It gives you the option for the 12-ounce bottle and the 25-ounce bottle. And, it'll ship out same day or next day. And the other option is if you're a social media person, you can go into the Facebook page and click on the Shop Now button from the Facebook. Also, K Bloody Mary Mix.
Oh, we got to do that on our Facebook page. I haven't quite. Well,
Another to do.
I know.
That'll never get
we
done.
have these amazing stickers. Kia, I'll send you some of these stickers. I mean, you sent me
Okay.
Bloody Mary Mix. The least I can do. I'm pretty proud of these things, but that's a good idea. The Shop Now button on your Facebook. So, is your Facebook page? What's it called?
K Bloody Mary Mix.
Just K Bloody Mary Mix, and that'll get them to your Facebook page, and they can hit the Shop Now and buy the mix.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, did you have any questions for us?
Oh, there's a loaded question.
I'm new at this, Kia. I don't really know how to interview somebody.
I guess my only question would be, what exactly did your son say about me?
Oh, so let's back up a little bit. Before we were on air, we were so we're getting ready,
We're
and
so going to embarrass your son right now. He's going to be so upset.
oh, I can tell you a story. I've embarrassed him more times than once, but so the when you're listening to this podcast, we're so polished and so professional. But what you might not realize is that in the moments leading up to the recording, it's a scrambling hot mess over here, and
The staff is running.
yeah, I've got all the recording equipment is set up. We've got our glasses ready, and I've got the dog sedated with heavy drugs, so he's quiet.
No.
And I turned to Brad and I said, you know what? I'm not sure if Kia is a man or a woman. It's a unique name. I guess I don't even know. And so we called and I told Kia that. I said, well, obviously you're a woman. I wasn't sure. And what was it you asked me? Like, oh, because you had met my son, and you said, well, didn't your son tell you? I gave him a hug, and I said, well, all he told me was that you were hot, but it was gender neutral. I didn't know, So now we know. We know a lot more now, and that's what this podcast is all about. Learning things you didn't know, like some of the obscure profanity that Kia, you seem like a nice lady. I'll spare you from that segment of the show, but we're about to launch into obscure profanity that people probably have never heard of. So,
Wow.
yep.
Alrighty.
Okay then. So I hope when you review this and listen that you stay on into the next section. And then we've got
Oh, I promise you, now that you've told me, I will.
okay. And then after that we're gonna have Corey call. We do these house concerts, so we're gonna have a live music performance. Really.
Well, how big is your house?
Oh my God, it's huge. It's
Yeah, you
It's
can do that
2
in
blocks.
Wisconsin, I guess.
It takes up two entire city blocks.
well, the noise does. The house itself is about 900 square feet, but no, we kick out all the furniture like Quakers. We hang all the chairs on hooks, and we get 50 people in here, and
Wow.
it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so that's
right.
that's going to happen here pretty soon too. So
Hey,
Yeah.
before we
Your
wrap,
neighbors must love you.
oh, they do love him in many ways. Before we,
I
what's
thought
next?
we weren't going to talk about that, Brad.
What's next for you? Do you have another mix or anything planned, or are you satisfied with where you're at?
No, I am actually going to do an even spicier version at some point.
Oh.
Really?
That'll be the next step. And after that, actually, and I have no idea how I'm going to do it yet. I'm going to get into the kitchen and start playing around with it probably sometime around July, August. I want to do a organic vegan eggnog for the holidays.
Wow.
Ooh.
Interesting. Now, I would have expected
Hold
you were
on
going to
here.
say, I'm going to move into rim salt, pickled okra, No, you just like threw the whole thing out and went
You're gonna go to
right
Christmas
into
right there.
Christmas. Wow. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's things that I miss as a vegan. It's things that I used to be able to have
Yeah. Yeah.
that I can't anymore. So it's like, well, these are things I want. So now I have to figure out how to get it, how to make it for myself. And if I can make it for myself and enjoy it and other people enjoy it, then I can get it to the public as well.
Well, I think it's a great idea. Just, I know you're doing it, and a lot of these good ideas are spawned from a personal desire and
For
people
alcohol.
around you. But from a marketing standpoint, there is such a growing number of people, and I've seen it in my own family of vegans, and it's tough, especially if you're talking vegan versus just vegetarian.
Right.
It's much
Right.
much stricter, and I feel for those folks because they're very passionate about the choices they're making, but they live in a world where most of us haven't quite committed to that. So providing more
Right.
options like that, that's awesome.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
And of course, the eggnog is not even going to be necessarily just for people who are vegan or vegetarian. It could also just be for people who are lactose intolerant, which more and more people are becoming, unfortunately. More and more kids and more adults.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an option for people who really want to enjoy, being in the festive holiday spirit. Maybe they're hosting a Christmas party at their house. Maybe they're bringing something into work where it's good and everyone's going to enjoy it and no one's going to care that it's vegan. But the people that are lactose intolerant, the people who are vegan, vegetarian, they can enjoy it too.
Right. The people who do care are taken
Yeah.
care of. Yeah. Well,
Right.
That's great. That's great.
Exactly.
Cool. Well,
So
gosh,
that's next up.
that's next up. All right. Well, we'll look forward to that. That could be another review. Maybe we'll be doing that toward Christmas time.
See?
We'll have our little
Some
intro
ideas
music.
out there. We're going to make it all work. You're going to have more reasons than you could think of to get drunk.
Yeah. I was
Not
worried.
a problem
I was
around
worried
here.
I was going to run out of reasons there. So we'll
But
probably
legitimate reasons. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
have to drink this because I have to do the review. It's not my fault. It's
That
something
one-
I have to do.
that works once a week for us. But yeah, there's those other 6 days of the week. Why do I have to now? I don't know. So for that episode, our intro music might be Mel Torme.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm always thinking, Brad. I'm
Yeah,
always
you are.
thinking.
That concerns me, but at least you are thinking.
It'll be fun. Wow. Kia, man, thanks a lot for sending the mix, and thanks
Yes,
for
you're
talking
very
with
welcome.
us, taking time
Of
out of your
course. Thank
your
you.
busy day. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, really. And I will. I'll get another bottle out to you, I promise.
Well, no, okay. Great. Okay.
I'll twist your arm through the phone. It's perfectly fine. I'm
Yeah.
twisting your arm right now
I'll
to accept.
Okay. Well, okay, we're gonna move into profanity, and out of respect for you,
We're gonna hang.
we'll spare you. We'll spare you that. Thanks again for talking with us, Kia from K Bloody Mary Mix of Brooklyn, New York. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys.
You too. Bye now. I really liked talking with her.
She's fabulous.
She's
got her shit together.
I like what she's doing.
Yeah.
You
know-
were looking at the website,
Yeah,
though.
I'm-
You made an observation, Brad.
You can. It's a nice website, and it's easy for you to order online at kbloodymarymix.com and click the shop button. And I don't remember the prices that she quoted to us. Those must be retail in a store because online it's a little cheaper. A 12-ounce bottle is for $7. 25-ounce bottle is for $15. That's pretty darn good.
Oh. So
really good.
our listeners probably could get it cheaper just because you did the research.
Because
Brad.
I just did that. So cough up money and send it to. Hit the donate button on our site.
Yeah. Or
With
just
what
buy
you
some
saved,
buy some stickers
buy some stickers.
with the money you saved.
It helps the vodka budget
Yep.
here at the podcast. So
Time for today's profanity.
Well, we are moving right along here as we always do. We've got Erica's not here. She normally has this little corner where she shares obscure profanity. Now, this is profanity that you might not be familiar with. There's
you're not going to find this in a middle school gym.
right. I mean, we all know the George Carlin's 7 words you can't say on television. This is, we usually dig a little deeper and find something a bit unique. I've done that today, and I thought I would share. And I think, Brad, I would like to put you on the spot and see if you can tell me, for example, what an art pamphlet might be.
And spell it.
Art, like art.
A-R-T?
Yes.
Like Arts Performing Center?
Sure. That would be one contextual use of it. A pamphlet, P-A-M-P-H-L-E-T.
That's
like
what
a
they
little
hand out.
brochure. Or
That's what they hand out on the strip in Vegas.
You're okay. Warmer. So, you want to take a shot at what an art pamphlet might be
Art pamphlet. You got
in
me
the
on
world of profanity, of course.
It could be. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it is a jazz mag, otherwise known as one-handed reading material.
No, I don't think I would have guessed
Oh
that.
my God.
Papa.
Mom found my art pamphlet. Oh no. Okay. Now, everyone's in a hurry these days. You know, we're all in a hurry, and acronyms abound. Just to try to get messages across more quickly. Now, this is one I had not heard of. Brad, you probably have, but it's a BSH. A BSH. Do you know what that is?
BSH.
Yep, it's an acronym.
Does the B stand for bro?
It does not. No.
Does it stand for bitch?
Are you familiar with heating and cooling, the British
BTUs.
British thermal units?
Yes.
The BTUs.
So the B stands for British.
Think that. The BSH is the British Standard Handful, and it's a unit by which breasts are often measured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what? The BSH?
BSH, the British Standard Handful.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, way to standardize what we all kind of intuitively have perhaps been.
BSH index.
Yeah. One BSH, two BSH. All right. Well, okay. I have a couple more. Do you have to get going?
Bring it on.
Yeah. This one's a bit more disturbing for me. A bum chain.
Has to do with hinders.
Yes, it does. And a chain you could maybe
Are we
guess.
talking about a gangbang of some type?
Of a sort, yes. But what I really enjoyed, and this one comes from Rogers Profanosaurus. I love how they word it. It's defined as a rather intimate version of the conga danced by those on the other bus. Right? A rather intimate version.
I got a visual of that.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Well, actually, now I'm thinking on the fly. I read another term called a lucky Pierre, which they define as the busiest botter in a three-man bum chain. Those guys are terrible. I wouldn't use terms like that. But and you know, I'm missing Lynn Miller. She's not here today. She's on her European singing tour. And it
She's
sounds
putting
like
the BSH index into motion there. so.
Absolutely.
Okay.
She's affecting the average BSH
Absolutely.
in Europe. But she always enjoys the poop references. So this one, I think she's not going to miss one bit. The term is drop the kids off at the pool. I spoiled that one, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
But yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
It's just, see, I said that's stuff you wouldn't find in a middle school or not even in a bar.
No.
Yeah.
You don't get this on the podcast Serial. You know? Hey, it's a great podcast, but they're not going to help you with this stuff. Where else are you going to get it? My Big Fat Bloody Mary podcast. That's where you're going to get it. Damn it.
The BSH, that just sticks with me. Now the rest of the day, that's all I'm going to be looking at.
I know. That's the best image of all of them, though. At least if you had to
I don't
conjure
want
up
anything intimate in terms of bums and
ba, 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 ba,
condo
ba, ba.
lines.
Da, 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 da. That's dreadful. Okay, I have one more, Brad. I have one more.
Okay.
And it's a euphemism, okay?
Okay.
Feeding the ducks. And of course, right now it's springtime in La Crosse, and there are ducks have their little ducklings, and the geese have their goslings, and there's a lot of them out and about. But feeding the ducks, this is a euphemism. Would you like to just venture a guess what the hell that is?
I'm at a loss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at a total loss.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. You're going to provide the answer for me.
yes. And it is wanking. From the apparent similarity in hand movements. Easy, Brad. Easy. Yeah, right.
We're just terrible people.
I know it. I know it. Well, people are starting to file in here for the house concert, and they've been thank you for being so quiet as you file in. But I would like to move on to the next segment of the show. Corey Call here has been tuning up his Taylor guitar, and I think he's going to play us a new song or two. And I'll quit with profanity now. Maybe he'll belt out some profanity. I don't know what he's got
He
cooking.
can stay up there and he can have evaluate the BSH index.
Well, he's just a man after all, you know. And this is a good-looking crowd that's filing in here. So, yeah. Well, let's
do it.
pause for a minute. Let's get a couple of bloodies into Corey, and then we'll cut to the live show. Jesus Christ, I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous? You're
What
the
if-
celebrity here.
What if I fail?
What if
What
I
if I
fail?
fail? What if I spill my beer?
That'd be the only way you could fail. That's about the only way you could fail right now.
Thank God. See, there it is. I'm failing already.
Yeah, but it's a podcast. I mean, nobody's gonna see it.
Until somebody
That's
gives
why,
it.
that's why you gotta.
That's why you don't work with
we
a
both
live
have that face for radio.
audience.
So
I know. We're
Yeah.
rocking the face for radio. No,
Yeah.
for the podcast listeners, we're very attractive men.
oh yeah, in the podcast world of things. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So, thanks you guys for coming to the Bloody Mary concert series. Also, the home of My Big Fat Bloody Mary podcast. And Corey Call for coming on to the show. Give it up for Corey Call. We've been enjoying. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, that first set was killer. So, Corey, you were here. Well, I'm over 50, so I think it was 2 months ago or 2 years ago.
Football was happening. It was
It
that
was
time.
episode
Yeah.
14, I believe, and it was September. My younger half is telling me, and you ripped off a couple of songs for us then, and it went over very well. It was one of our more popular podcasts, by the way.
Oh, dang.
Because you, your brother, my mom, and I all listened to it.
Oh, cool. Four people. Yeah, 4 people are pretty. That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's-
We could almost start a band with those numbers.
There was a spike.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
A
Yeah.
small little
Right?
spike. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to move into the favorite part of the podcast right now. And this is what our listeners consistently tell us they really like. It's the part where I stop talking. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Thank you, Corey Call.
Dude, I love
always
it.
love having you. Now you're going to do what? All right, give me a big So, are you going to do what are you going to play right now?
I got this new record coming out. I'm gonna play a little new, and then I'll play a little old, I guess.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get out of the way and leave it to Corey Call from Fort Collins, Colorado. Let's get it on.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I've been working on this record. This is a brand new song called One Hotel Room. Well, she said, I found my way out. She said, I'll take my pills, I'll swallow my medicine and spit you out. And now I know, said I know too much about just where you've been heading, general direction got me going down. You got me going down, 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 down. 'Cause there's a light which I know a little heat in the night, and it's calling us home to a place I know I don't belong anymore. But the city streets in a mountain town where the team with ghosts. And if you're in need of haunting, let me know. Let me know. Little honey, let me know. Let me know. Because I've been around. Well, I've seen a thing or two. Like the weight of the world, the way that it's curled downhill to you. And the vision lines that I face in longitude, just like longing for ex-lovers falling under covers with somebody new. Just like longing for ex-lovers falling under covers with someone who ain't you. 'Cause there's a light which I know a little heat in the night, and it's calling us home to a place I know I don't belong anymore. The city streets, the mountain town where the team with ghosts. And if you're in need of haunting, I said if you're in need of haunting, you know you're in need of haunting. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Little honey, let me know. Because I've seen these lines, I'll extend a block or two just so to get inside one hotel room. One hotel room. And now I know there's one hotel room. And now I know there's one hotel room. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Well, this next song, it's about one of my favorite songwriters in the world. His name's Benjamin Mutis. He plays in a band called Sour Boy Bitter Girl back at home. I know that's a weird name, but if you can remember it, this late in a Bloody Mary party, they're super awesome. I was the bassist in his band for a long, long time, and I had to back out to focus on my own band. I should have stayed because his band is still touring as a full band. This song called Benjamin. It's a love song to a buddy, I guess. I got a friend, heard a million sad songs about being hopelessly in love with his ex-wife. I like to sing them, I love to sing along. Used to play the bass, now just get high in my room. And I listen to the song from a better time when she was mine, before she walked away. And on the choruses, they all sing together. Well, I'm stuck in shitty weather till the storm rolls out. I never meant to cause you any pain, cause you any suffering, or shut my goddamn mouth. Because it's so damn hard to be everything to everyone all the time. So I set my sight to be anything to anyone, so she was mine. So won't you hold on to your innocence, when I swear to God you're that one thing left that's decent in this town. But you don't want me around. I do my best, keep to these back streets, hide beneath the city's heat till I roll out. I never meant to cause you any pain, cause you any suffering, or shut my goddamn mouth. Cause it's so damn hard to be everything to everyone all the time. Awesome, thank you guys.
Holy shit, Corey Call. You are the man.
Fabulous.
God damn.
Fabulous.
That is some good music.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Exclusive
Right,
shit, too.
right. Exclusive new stuff from Corey of Arliss Nancy. You might know him out of Fort Collins, Colorado. Shit, we had a blast. My head is still swimming. Well, okay, I'm still wasted, but amazing, really. This has been a great show, talking with Kia and listening to Corey and swearing like a sailor. Great stuff. So thanks for joining us for episode 29. Now, episode 30 is going to be pretty cool. We're going to do a book review, and I actually have a local author who is going to be joining on that to review the book by Brian Bartles. Now, Brian is a guy, he's originally from Wisconsin, so he's legitimate about Bloody Marys. He moved out to New York, has bartended in some pretty high-end clubs there, and he wrote this book, and it's called aptly The Bloody Mary. So that's what we're going to be doing next time, and hope you can join us for episode 30. Hey, do us a favor. If you like what you're hearing, go on to iTunes and write us a review. I'll send you some free stickers. I don't care. We'd appreciate it. Yeah. Go on Facebook, mybigfatbloodymary.com, and give us a like. Well, what? Would it kill you? I mean, I'm not asking a lot. You're clicking a button. Visit our website, mybigfatbloodymary.com, and that is where you can find these kick-ass stickers with that likeness of Johnny Cash, not flipping the bird this time. Instead, he's flipping the Bloody Mary. I think it's a pretty cool sticker, I'm just going to say. And we're practically giving them away. They're cheap. No free shipping and all that.
Well done on the design.
Yeah. So find us on Facebook, My Big Fat Bloody Mary Podcast. On the web, as I said, mybigfatbloodymary.com. Twitter, @MyBigFatBloodyMary. And on Instagram, Big Fat Bloody Mary. Snapchat, we are Big Papa. We'll see you next time.